Hi, I'm Rosalee. This is a universal message for the collective. This is a fork in the road. You could go this way, you could go that way. The choices are in front of you. There is way more for you to discover. I have recommendations, things that can be helpful for you to support yourself in that discovery if you're interested, if you're curious about knowing yourself. This message is rich with possibility, information, direction, and guidance. It might require you to listen to it more than once. Have a notebook next to you or listen to it with your eyes closed. Listen to it while you're in different moods. You're going to hear different things. People do not hear me or understand me on first listen. Really hear what I'm saying. Even though I'm using very simple words, there's a layered listening to what I'm saying. That is why it was so important to me that this message is recorded. It's simple and concise. You can come back to it as many times as you want to. You will hear something new every time you listen. This is a fork in the road. You could go this way, you could go that way. This path forks. One is what maybe you would think is the right choice that would help other people. The automatic track, the path that's comfortable, worn in, that has deep grooves to it, the choice that people expect you to make, that you expect yourself to make, something that feels like the right decision. And one is you choosing you, a choice that maybe is unconventional or is something that you might feel like you need to defend or explain. This can be helpful in what that means, how you see yourself differently from new perspectives. You choose yourself. What do you want just because you want it? If you didn't have to defend it, if you didn't have to explain it, if you just were able to freely say, this is what I want, and I want it just because I want it. Do you know what the answer to that question would be? When you have what that maybe is, then going, okay, this is not about what would help other people or what is the right decision, but just what feels like you want it because you want it. I think people think there's good people and bad people, but I just don't believe that. I think there are choices, and our choices stack up. We think if we make the selfless, I'm using air quotes, choice of helping other people, that makes us a good person. And I just disagree. I think that when we choose ourselves, that's actually the most powerful position to be in, and it's where we help the most people. I am modeling exactly what I mean on TikTok. I'm telling my story from my perspective, for me, about me. And there's a ripple effect that happens from that because I'm so solid in myself and that I'm doing it for myself. Helping people is the secondary or the benefit, this wonderful thing that's also happening or co-occurring. But that's not why. That's not my why. I just knew instinctually, intuitively that if I was doing it for everybody else, it wouldn't be for me. It couldn't be for me. And it would feel like at arm's length. Like I would feel at arm's length for myself, and it would be unsustainable for me. In this example, I will say that I receive a lot of hate on TikTok, a lot of really horrible comments. People say the things that I had feared that they would say, they say. So if I was doing this for other people, I would stop. I'd be like, okay, it's not worth it. This is so hurtful and harmful to me. If I was doing it for everybody else, I wouldn't be able to sustain that amount of pushback because I would just weigh it out and go, okay, well, there's no guarantee I'm helping anybody. This is hurting me and I can't continue doing this. But because I'm doing it for me and it's important for me, I'm so clear it's me, that sounds selfish to people who've had to be for everybody else or are resistant to this idea. But it's like powerful and awakening for people who have been wanting to choose themselves but have been afraid or have no idea where to start. There is something that I feel like I'm modeling in my clarity. I do what feels right to me. I do what feels good. I choose what I want just because I want it. I knew that I could do photo readings and that it would help people. That's part of it for sure. But I had to overcome so many weird, strange, like, nobody's gonna understand it. Would even anybody like it? Like, these thoughts and feelings that if it was just for everybody else, I don't know that I would have chosen to talk about this, because it is weird. I mean, I'm a stranger and I'm looking at a selfie of you and I'm feeling very clear messages for you. That's bizarre. I get it. And it is helpful. It feels good to me to be myself. This is me being myself in the most vulnerable, clearest way I can be myself. And in that, I'm helping other people. It is the right choice for me. It is the right decision. But me comes first. Choosing me comes first, and then everything else reverberates and ripples from that choice. When you choose yourself, it is the best part. The way you can help other people from that position is unbelievable. The stories and the DMs and the comments that I receive that are life-giving to me would not be happening if I wasn't as clear about who I am and what I want. I get to choose what I like just because I like it. Part of the definition of choice is a person being chosen, care in selecting, worthy of being chosen. That was bold to me. You are worthy of being chosen. Choose yourself, exclamation point. That really is what it comes down to. Is, okay, this is new to me. This is overwhelming, or I don't know how to do all that. Plum practice is the most gentle and incremental, supportive place to be. We create a space for you to explore your senses, to express yourself. So it's not you just staring at a blank notebook page, not sure what to do or what to write or what to say or whatever. It's so supportive, it's so guided, but it's completely private. Everything that I created for myself, and with this understanding of, like, I haven't been able to trust people. People have really hurt me deeply over the course of my life, starting with my parents. So for me, it was important to provide a space that is so safe and that you never have to tell me anything. You can if you want to, if that feels good to you. But if you want to just practice on your own and get the words out between you and you so that you can hear yourself, witness yourself, understand yourself, and get clear, okay, what are my choices? What do I want? How do I feel? We send you an email every week that has questions and sparks in it, the audio and the video version of Plum Practice. There's a connection to me and what's going on for me each week. I share my writing and I share the energy behind my writing. It's 1 hour once a week. It's a small commitment. In the act of being a Plum Practice member, it's a significant example of choosing yourself, of saying, yes, I'm interested in connecting with myself. Right now, inside of the portal, there are more than 50 sessions of Plum Practice. Actually, our recording tonight for this week's session of Plum Practice, we're starting a new series and it's so exciting. I'm so pumped for myself. I want to do Plum Practice because I want to see what I have to say to myself. It's a way for me to read myself. It makes such a huge difference in my life. I really believe in your power of your own choice, and in choosing yourself, you will connect deeply with who you are and what you want and what you like. The choice will become so clear, but it requires more of you. It requires your participation to get very clear about who you are and what you want and what you like and how you feel, without having to defend yourself or explain yourself, but just clarity of who you are.